Well, I mean, I think you always go back to teams that you've played against that do similar things, and you know, watching Louisville, they're exceptional defensively. Their scheme is unique. They mix it up, and Coach Pitino, it's impressive. Like they win with their defense a lot, and then they have certainly some playmakers and do things offensively. But they challenge you to take care of the ball when they're pressing, and then when they're not, going against their half court, you know, man-to-man zone matchup. They do a lot of different things. So very impressed, and you know, I think you'll have to really be ready. And again, if they come after you with the press like they do, they have different kinds. You've got to take care of the ball, and you have to use certainly attacks that you've used in the past, and you know, look for things that are there and just be ready. But it's as good of a defensive team as I've seen in quite a while.
Coach, first of all, congratulations on the 20 wins. That used to be a big deal, but you've set the bar a lot higher.
It's always a big deal.
But I was just going to ask you, obviously Duke played some 2-3 zone. You're going to see it against Syracuse. You may see it against some other teams. The one thought that comes to mind, maybe the tad bit of disappointment this year might be Evan Nolte and his shooting percentage, following up on some of these shooting questions. Mm-hmm. Is there anything in particular you've tried to help him with to get his confidence back as he goes out on the floor?
Well, again, Evan hasn't lately gotten you know, a lot of minutes, and it's hard when you're you know, you're a shooter, you rely on certain things, and Evan's much more than a shooter. His smarts, you know, the VCU game, other games, he's really given us good lifts. Notre Dame, his defensive prowess, BC. But when you shoot, it's hard when you play in short stints to get a rhythm. So I think, you know, I look at that, but you know, he's got to keep working at it in practice and just keep, you know, having confidence, and that's hard when you're in those spots. But as we just talked about, I think there will be a time when he's called upon, and he just, even if they're short minutes here and there, it's been valuable, and there'll be some times when maybe it'll be stretches of longer minutes. So you know, I know he obviously wants to shoot a little better. I don't even know his percentages because I don't get too caught up in that because of how little bit he's playing. It's hard to judge it, but I just try to watch him in practice. I always look at the quality of the miss. That's a big thing to me. Are you missing well? You know, is it online? Is it feeling good? Is it got good arc? And you know, then guys certainly got to work their kinks out. And then you know, with Evan, you saw what he did for us last year in the NCAA tournament. He's capable at any time to hit a 3 or 2 or get a few going, and that certainly can change things. And yeah, you want another guy who can stretch it, who understands the game, who has experience. And you know, like I said, the hardest thing for a coach is to not play guys that are desperately want to play and be a part of it. And just for all those guys, you just got to stay patient and bide his time, and hopefully there'll be an opportunity for him, because that could come into play with the ability to stretch it.
Okay. Sure.
Tony, do you have any background with Pitino? And since you guys are going to be playing twice every year now, would you like to see it develop into a sort of an instant rivalry like Duke and Syracuse did last year?
I do have a background. We're both Italian, so I guess that goes back a ways, right? But I don't. You know, the thing that I always, when I've seen him sometimes recruiting in the summer, just the fact that his son coaches, and I think that bond of, you know, I talked to him about working for my father, and now his son's out there, and there's a bond, you know, father-son coaching experience there. So we've talked about that. Obviously, the quality of his program, the excellence of what he's done as a coach, you know, and even listening to Billy Donovan talk about him when I was Billy's assistant in the USA 19 team, just how good he is, watching it from afar is impressive. They're a great team, and like I said, we will have to play against them. As far as the rivalry stuff, I mean, it seems like every game you play in the ACC feels like a rivalry when you're trying to get after it. But you know, obviously with Maryland going out and then becoming our national team, we're playing twice. Sure, why not? I mean, I think when a team has that kind of reputation and a Hall of Fame coach, whoever they play, it's always a huge game. And it's like that when Duke and Carolina, you know, the big name universities, basketball programs, it's like that. People can feel it when they come in, and certainly they'll be one of those.
I cringe to ask